Hey everyone. Oi. Hi everyone. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue. It's Friday, Good Friday actually. And the last, well, I'm going to say not the last. Yeah, no. I'm confused. First Friday in April, and we've got Easter Sunday coming up on Sunday. So this is going to be about Easter cards, and then we're done with Easter. Well, except for tomorrow night. Then we'll be doing some Easter eggs, just sort of as a fun thing for date night. So good morning to you all. I hope you're doing well. It is so cold here. It's sunny and bright and everything, but it's so cold. So I was really surprised by that. Happy Friday to you, Rhonda. Hello, Peralita from Orlando, Florida. I bet it's nice and warm there. Yeah, so we get our April. You know, I think April gets a bad rap because it says April showers bring May flowers, but April can be beautiful in New England. And I think there's a quote that says, April in New England is like first love. I love that quote. And yeah, magical place. Awesome. You're on. Oh, so sweet. Thank you, Perlita. Hi, Nikki. Hi, David. So welcome to you all. We are going to be working on some Easter cards, specifically from a designer that we all know and I hopefully love. I think we all know. Her name is Lori Whitlock, and she has designed for Cricut in the past, and we've done a number of her projects in the past. She's a super sweet lady, and she's been doing all kinds of designs for a very long time. And so I wanted to show you how to purchase from her site and then download and upload into Design Space so you can see. And that's what I like about her designs, is that they are just one file that needs to be uploaded, and they produce some pretty amazing things. And then coupled with her work with Echo Park Paper Company, you can make some pretty amazing cards. Look at that. This is all from Echo Park Paper Company. But I've also got some really cute little, here's an Easter chick. I like chicks. I like chicks. And then this one is one of her, I think it's called pop-up box cards, because it has a box card inside. I love this. So cute. And it's sort of like, it's like a double Z fold card. That's the way I look at it. And then she's got a number of these sorts of things. They're like little crates. Now, the great thing about Lori's files are they're very simple, very colorful, and most of them fold and will mail in a regular envelope in the mail, which is terrific for us. So we're going to put together a few of these. Look at this one, so cute. We're going to put together a few of these today, and we're going to talk about like her designs and how to prepare them for the Cricut. Now I happen to have, oh yeah, mermaids. I happen to own a lot of Lori Whitlock designs, and I especially own a lot of her Easter cards. And so if you were to look on her site, you could go and look under the Easter category, which is over here. You're going to use this left-hand navigation bar, and you can choose holidays. And then under holidays, you can choose Easter. And she has quite a few. And in fact, she's always adding to her designs. And she recently just added these rectangle pop-up cards So she doesn't ever rest on her laurels. She has quite a few cards, and it can get a little overwhelming. And what I end up doing is I end up doing a lot of her cards like a year after they come out, simply because there are so many, but here are some that came out. These are all Easter cards. If you want to just see the cards, you would use the cards and layouts category. And this actually goes in order of when she launched them. So there are these shadow box cards. There are like just regular box cards. There's all kinds of wonderful things. And if you dive deep into her card list, I mean, you can see things like these impossible cards. And sometimes it's a little hard to choose. There's so many. Usually when she comes out with a new design, she'll create like 5 or 6 of the same thing, but with different figures on them. So here's the impossible cards that she made for Halloween. There's 5 of them. And then she'll bundle them together. You can see bundles up here under bundles. Excuse me. And so she has these bundles. She also has kits of the month. She has the Friday bundles, which only are just for one weekend only. But for the kit of the month, she will put together a kit of the month, and you get it for free if you buy $20. Now, the thing I like about Laurie is she has regular sales. So even though her products are like $2 or, $3, she generally will have like 30% off or even 50% off sales. They're usually in the middle of the month. And this past weekend, she had one for 50% off. And I sent a lot of people that there. So I wanted to sort of circle back so you could kind of see what to do with those files if you purchase some, or if you purchase files in the past and haven't used them. All right. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to do today. And let's see, I just wanted to, I want to say hello, but I also want to remind you that we are still running our contest, not really a contest, it's a raffle, for the bundle of joy. It's a Cricut Joy with a bunch of great Joy products like smart vinyl and insert cards, and I am running that through April 10th. I want to say through April 9th because I think it ends on April 10th. And so make sure you get your entry in. All you have to do is follow me. Follow me, and why wouldn't you, right? So follow me on YouTube, and if you already follow me on YouTube, consider following me on Facebook and also Instagram. That will give you extra entries into this raffle. Okay. And you do need to go back and give me your email address. That there's a link that's in all the descriptions. So make sure you follow up and do that part. Okay. And then with April, we have our April month, or our monthly contests coming up. So we'll do some of those as well. Okay, for let's see, we'll start that probably tomorrow, and that will run through the month as well. So there's that. Also, tomorrow night, we are having date night again. So we are doing Easter egg coloring. We're going to do some pretty basic Easter egg coloring with tissue paper, but then we're going to get advanced and do some alcohol ink eggs. Now, alcohol ink is not food safe, so I am going to be doing it on an egg that's hollowed out. And then if I can get all of my ingredients together, I'm going to demonstrate a Ukrainian Easter egg decorating called pisanki. and it is a way of a wax resist egg decorating, also done on a hollow egg. And so you're going to want to come on Saturday night at 7 o'clock, okay? And then on Sunday, which is Easter Sunday, I will pop in very briefly because it's Sundays with Joy, and I have something to show you that is related to the joy. So I want to pop in and say hi. Can I blow the eggs? Do you want to see me blowing the eggs? I can show you how to do it. It's not. Yeah, I can show you how to do it if you want. How to blow the eggs. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be blowing out the eggs and saving them and then using them for the egg decorating. Okay, so I think that's it for the rest of the week, and let's get into today and talk about Lori Whitlock. I can do it beforehand. Okay, yeah, that's what I was planning on doing. I don't know if I would, yeah, it would be kind of funny. Because blowing eggs can be quite messy. I can just show you how I do it. You know, like I can just show you how I made the holes and everything. How's that sound? So anyway, so going back to Lori Whitlock, one of my favorite designers, Lori Whitlock, and her shop is at shop.loriwhitlock.com. Again, if you've never purchased SVGs outside of Cricut Design Space, this is probably one that you want to start with because they're super simple to figure out. And although I love like Dreaming Tree, their uploads are a little more complicated and require like multiple uploads, and it can be frustrating for a new person. So let's pretend that we have gone ahead and purchased some of these wonderful, wonderful files from Lori, and we want to bring them into Design Space. So we're going to start with a blank canvas, okay? And we are going to make sure that you've downloaded the file to your computer. And so that's part of the purchase process. So you go through purchase, you can pay with PayPal or credit card or whatever. And then after you pay, you download the file to your computer. I'm not going to show you that because you guys, have all different computers, but they usually reside in a download folder, okay? So what you're going to do is start with a blank canvas, and you're going to go to this bottom choice. It's called Upload, and it's like a little cloud with an arrow, and you're going to click on that. And you're presented with two choices. One is image and the other one is pattern fill. Pattern fill is something totally different. We can talk about that in a future episode, but we're going to focus on image. And so we're going to click upload image. Okay. This is the same procedure that you would do for SVG cuts, things that you purchased on Etsy, things that you purchased for Dreaming Tree, same procedure. Everything outside of Design Space has to be pulled into Design Space, okay? And you can either drag or drop, but in this case, I'm just going to hit Browse. And it's going to take me to, a browse folder. I'm going to look in my downloads, and I can see here that I have everything that's sort of Lori Whitlock is started with LW, and I do have a number of her files in here. Let's look at this one. So when you click on, you'll see in one of her folders, there's like a few things in her folder. There's a term of use, which is usually at the top, and it's a JPEG. You do not want that. Then you have something, usually it says solid, and then you have something that down here, it ends with an SVG. So we're going to bring in either or, but I'm going to bring in both just so you can kind of see what what the difference is. So this one is the one that does not say solid. So I'm bringing it in, and let me go back, and I'm going to take this solid one. So I click on this. I see that it is the SVG. See how it says solid, and I am going to hit open. Oh, Gracie Junebug's getting her bath, her Easter bath. Yes, you could also do that, Shirley. You could put these on your desktop as well and drag them in. And you can also do this on your iPad. So don't think you can only do this on a desktop. You can do it on an iPad. Okay, so we're going to upload. That's all we do. It comes in as a cut image. When it says .svg, the Design Space software knows that it is an SVG, which is capable, doesn't need a whole lot of massaging of the material. It comes in, it's designed as an SVG. Not to say that SVGs don't require a little bit of manipulation, because they do. Okay. And I'm going to take both of these so you can kind of see on my desktop. Sorry. Okay, so these are two. They're exactly the same, except this one you'll see has solid lines. This one has dashed cut lines. Okay, so what we have to do is, let me hide the solid and do the dashed cut lines first. So whenever you bring in a file like this, you're going to want to ungroup it. And there are some things, for instance, like you don't need, this is just to help you, so you don't need it. You can just move it away. And then what we're going to do is find the pieces that have these dashed cut lines in it. I don't think any of these have it. No. So we have two pieces here that have these dashed cut lines so that we can fold them, and they can be used for making our box cards. Okay, so you'll see these dashed cut lines, and all you need to do is select on that and go down to the bottom right hand side down here to attach. And you don't really see much of a difference here, but you do need to do it. If you don't do it, you will have some sort of like floating ghost dashed cut lines in the air. And in fact, let me detach and show you what I mean. So if I don't do that, what will happen is when you go to make it, you will see in and among your, if I can find it, let's see here. Nope. No. Okay, where is it? There, it's up here on the corner. All of those are dash cut lines, and it will actually cut those little dashes instead of attaching. So we need to make sure that those are indeed attached, right? It's a very simple thing, but often it's kind of a rookie mistake. All right, so let's also look at the solid because it's slightly different. Let me group this and hide it. Let's look at the solid one. Now the solid one, very similar. You do need to ungroup it. You can get rid of this and isolate these pieces here that have... And the reason why we do isolate that is because if you were to attach like this, these pieces would then turn these colors, and we don't want that, okay? So here are our two pieces that have solid score lines, but they're not really score lines. They are actually cut lines. So if you were to cut this out without making this next change, you would actually have a bunch of different pieces here. So you need to make one thing before you attach it. You need to make one change, and that is you're going to be looking for, on the right hand side, the layer that looks like those solid score lines. So in this case, this layer, you're going to isolate that layer by clicking on it, and you will see that my my box is around here. Now I'm going to go up to Operation, right up here, and I'm going to choose Score. Okay, now when you take off your, when you hit return, I should say, you'll see there are your score lines. You still need to attach, so you're going to select this and you're going to hit attach, okay? Now the difference between this and the dash cut lines is that you'd be using your scoring stylus or your scoring wheel for this. Some people like the dash cut lines and some people like the scoring wheel. I would suggest if you were a Joy customer that you can still purchase these, a Joy user, you can still purchase these files, but just don't download them as solid or upload them as solid. Upload them with the dash score lines because the Joy can do that and it cannot do scoring. So this is a way that all of the users of Cricut can be happy. So we're going to do the same thing with this. We're going to go over here and isolate those solid lines. We're going to come up to Operation and we're going to choose Score. I'll take my I take it off of being selected and you see that they're here and they show a score line. Dash cut lines look smaller, so that's how you can tell the difference, but you can also tell the difference based on how this looks on the right hand side. So once you have that attached, you can go ahead and cut this out. Now the thing about Laurie's files is there are a lot of pieces, and this is where I love Laurie's files because I use a lot of my scraps. So she's very colorful and very, pretty different cards. So remember all those scraps we've been saving? Well, that's what we're going to be using to cut these out. Now I have quite a number of cards to get you through this. I do want to make, so I don't want to actually cut them out, but I do want to make a couple of comments. One is that a lot of times her cards come with a saying like this: Happy Spring. Now when they come in, they are set as cut, okay? And that is going to frustrate you because they're so small. You can do one of two things. You can either set it to write, which is super simple, and I can probably just show you how to do that real quick. So let's go back to uploads and we'll look at here's one. Okay, so here's one here. Gotta get rid of these. Just move them aside. Come on, Rita. Okay, so here we go. So this one here is called the Bendy Card, and you see these are individual letters that you would cut out in the different colors. Honestly, that would be too frustrating for me to deal with those teeny tiny layers. So what I would do is I would ungroup, of course, and I could either set this whole thing as instead of basic cut, which is coming up as, I could set it to pen to draw, and then I would maybe use my pens and fill in these, or I could select this whole piece just like this and flatten it, and then this piece becomes a print and cut piece. And so you can do either or, but you have to make that change as well, okay? So let me move you down so we can have a look at how to put together all of these different cards. I hope I can get through them all. So we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 different cards. There's 3 box cards and a shutter card. This is actually called a Trifold shutter card. It's not specifically made as an Easter card, but I used Easter papers and also these stickers that I got with my Easter scrapbook kit that was from Echo Park Paper Company. This one here, as I mentioned, is kind of like a pop-up box card. So it is done as like a trifold card, and then you put these pieces in here. This one also has that writing, which I flattened and printed and cut. So we have that. And then these three are box cards. Simple, very easy box cards. They fold flat, and you put them together quite easily. So why don't we get started with one of those? And then so we have the most of them. And I have cut out a bunch here. Let me pull them over. Everybody with me, I hope. Hope I'm not going too fast. Okay, so I did cut these all out. And the thing I like about Lori's cards is that you can use a lot of that patterned paper that comes with the Echo Park. They do a lot for Easter, but if you don't have those, don't worry. A lot of her files work really, really well with solid colors as well. In fact, she shows a lot of them as solid. So don't feel like you have to rush out and get Easter, or you can't make these if you don't have the right things, that sort of thing. Okay? So we're going to do the Chickie first, if I can move all of the pieces that I don't need. So the Chickie consists of his little egg shell. He has this little egg here that actually we're going to put this on the back because we're going to put this black piece in so you can see his eyes. And so we're going to cover this up so you don't see that black piece from the back. And this is actually the main piece. It is just a strip, so easy, right? You're just going to fold it where those dash cut lines or the score lines are, and we are going to glue it together. Let me just move you just ever so slightly, okay? All right, so we're going to, whoops, I put too much glue. Sorry, guys. Let me move that so we don't have all that glue seeping out. It came out too fast. Okay, so we're putting this together, and this is going to create the box or the square for the box card, just like this, okay? Then we're going to take, this is going to actually be an insert. You see how it has two little tabs on either side? But first what we have to do is turn them over and take this oval piece and put it on so we have black eyes of a chick. And so we put that on there, but if you were to look at the card from the back, which you will because it's a box card, you'll see that black piece. So that she decided, or she added this on the back. So when you look at the back, you won't see that black piece, and you just need to affix that on there. This is a very simple card, easy to do, even for beginners. So it's a good one to start with. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to put the back on there. And we turn him over, and we do have to add his little beak. Now, folks were asking me, I hope I can find it. Oh, here it is. So folks were asking me about this. This is called a Quick Stick. It's by We Are Memory Keepers, and it has like a sticky end to it that you can actually make come out even more. It also has this little piece, not nearly as important as this one, but when you have little pieces, you can actually pick it up and place it down like this, making it very easy to move those little tiny pieces. So I did put a link for this. I mean, obviously you don't have to do it. And I think for years, you don't have to buy one, but I think for years I actually used my weeding tool to just pick up those pieces like this. So you can come up with whatever you want. You don't have to buy this, but I think it's like $10, and they do sell it on Amazon. So I thought I would just at least show it to you. All right, so we put the beak on. So we're going to take and we're going to set this inside of the box, and then we'll put on the egg the hatched egg, I should say. So we're going to put the glue on the tabs. We're going to fold the tabs in and sort of nestle it inside of the box. And we're going to make sure that those tabs that we put the glue on are touching the back, and that they're doing it exactly the same way. And you do that by just sort of folding it back and forth to make sure that it is folding. Okay. Oh, it's $5 off. Okay. So then you guys, you can get it through that link, $5 off. Okay. So as you can see, the chicks, which I think is hilarious, the chick's little feet are coming out of the egg, and then on the back is a little bit. So we just need to take those pieces and put a little bit of glue on them and touch them to the front and back of the egg. They're the same size, so there's not one that's supposed to be in the front and the other one has to be in the back. Kind of like that about Lori's files, because they're simplified. You know, there's not a lot of detail. Now you can go and do all kinds of embellishments if you want, but I like the simpleness of her files. So I kind of tend to keep it very light with the embellishment. So then we take the little feet and put them on the front, and then you're done. I mean, it's just like, it's so easy. It's so easy to put something like this together. Yeah. So, and there you go. You can I put them a little bit. So there is the first and easiest box card that we're doing today. And then so up next is our little bunny basket. So this one has it's also a box card. You see, it's shaped like a square or a rectangle. It's boxed, and then there's one insert that has all these pretty eggs and a nice ribbon, and then this bunny, and I use some I think this is Doodlebug paper that I used. So let's bring that over here. The thing though is that there are a lot of little pieces sometimes with these, especially this last one. So we might end up missing little pieces, and if you do, that's okay. It happens. Okay. So here are the two pieces. There are the two main pieces, and you see that it's sort of on a little bit of an angle. So we're going to fold at all of the score lines or the dash cut lines, and you'll see when you put it together, it will be flat here, but there is an angle to this. So be aware of that when you're gluing. So what we do is we can fold and tuck in that tab like this, but instead of doing it like this, you're going to have to do it instead of on a flat surface. You're going to make sure that you get this way. I don't know if I'm explaining that well, but because of the way this is cut out, you can't do it flat on your surface. Okay, so there's that. Okay, now they have these little pieces. I think what I'll do is I'll do them on these pieces I cut from a Doodlebug, and I like this side, and this I did one on this side, so I'll do the other on this side. And these, you know, I gotta say, I send box cards to all of my older ladies because first of all, they just love it because it's tiny and it's cute and so much detail in a little card, but they put them out as like decorations. I know my aunties used to do that all the time. They'd like save them, and then year after year they would put them out as decorations. They're also really awesome for people in nursing homes, rest homes to receive because they're 3D, and today is Friday, 3D Friday, which is why I chose this project or these projects. So consider that, you know, a card that's flat, you thought of a card, that's wonderful, but I just love going the extra for these, for my little old lady friends. so cute. All right. So I just put on, and of course I didn't wait for it to dry, but I just put on the outside of these. You guys will do it better than me. All right. All right. So now we have to work on the inside piece, and then we'll work on the bunny too. So the inside piece also has these 2 tabs. It has 3 eggs, see? 3 eggs, a bow, and sort of like a little pussy willow. Hey, guess what? I went grocery shopping yesterday, and I was able to pick up a bunch of pussy willows. Oh my gosh. As soon as I saw people walking around with them, I was like, I need to get them. I just adore pussy willows. So I was so excited. They're nice and fresh and everything. So I was like, yay, yay. Anyway, so here are the 3 eggs. And then there's also this cutout that I'm going to say is like a pussy willow. And this goes here. Oh, I said it. What are you playing, bingo with all of my words? That's funny, you guys. So I'm so excited about my pussy willows. Actually, they were actually a favorite of my father, pussy willows. So I think because there was a funny story they used to tell when he was a little boy, where he sucked one of the buds up his nose and kind of freaked out about it, but I'm sure it wasn't a big deal. And my Aunt Anna, who always took care of him, helped him remove it from his nose, but he was a little guy then, and it was just a cute little story that they used to always tell. My aunts used to always tell about my dad, that I love pussy willows from now on. Plus, they're absolutely adorable. All right. So, okay. So there is our insert, except for the bow. I'm just placing these pieces. Now, the bow is actually 2 pieces. Now, if you're the kind of person that likes to do inking, this is where inking could look nice, because it's 2 pieces. So it gives the illusion of a bow here. But I don't have my inking stuff, and I'm not really super excited about inking, to be honest. I always make such a mess. So here we go. I'm just going to put that on there. But inking would give the illusion that it's a little more 3D. And then in addition to that, there's this little piece that goes in the middle. Here we go. And I should use my little quick stick. Okay. Right. Still have to kind of push it there. Actually use the back of that for removing any kind of extra glue that would pop out, right? So there you go. And you're going to place it on here. Just a little dot of glue. Okay. Then we can glue these tabs, fold them in, and again, we're going to put them so that they're in the back. They're touching that back piece like that, and definitely be ginger about it at first because it's still wet glue, but fold it so that you know that it's going to fold flat and be put in your envelope. Interesting thing, Lori doesn't include envelopes with her cards. Maybe that's where I got that, you know, I don't do envelopes generally. I don't know. Maybe I did. Anyway, so let's do the bunny rabbit. Bunny rabbit, so cute. It consists of, there is the basic, and here is the part that is going to do the pink, but it also has this little piece right here that's going to cover for the eyes and for the nose. So flip that over, and we're going to place it like this. Make sure that it doesn't cover these 2 blushing cheeks. I made the little tiny mistake of not being that careful about it when I did it the first time. And look, you can see a little tiny dot, which I tried to remove afterwards, and that didn't work. But, you know, pretend like I did it correctly the first time. Okay, so the first bit is that black piece, and then the second bit is the pink piece. Actually, I'm going to put it on here because I don't want the glue to seep out from the ears. Okay? All right. What? Okay, so the reason we do that with this back piece is so that you're not going to look on the back and see that pink. So that's what goes there. And if you wanted to, you could put little pop dots here if you wanted to. It's up to you. There he is. There's still a few more little pieces. He's got his body, and he's got a little ribbon. He's got a little ribbon, and actually, where's the other part of the ribbon? Here it is. So just like on the top, it's like a 2-layer ribbon. So let's go ahead and put some glue on that. Boop. Okay. All right. So as I said, lots of little pieces with these, but I think they're adorable little features. So they kind of make it cute. Little tiny pieces, and you might get a little frustrated with them at first. And also cutting out could be kind of a maddening thing, because if you're using a bigger machine, you'd have all those mats to think about. Okay. So the way I did this was, because it goes around his neck, but the way I did it was, and I don't know that I did it correctly, but I put the ribbon on the outside, but then I started thinking maybe I shouldn't, but no, I like it there. So here we go. Now, what you could do is decide, well, if you had some white glitter paper, you could cut out certain pieces in the white, like this piece here, or you could cut out the cute little tail in white, or something contrasting. Pink. Pink bunny would be cute. A little brown bunny, maybe, with pink. Who knows? You guys, you'll figure something out. That's what's so great about these files. Okay, so here is the bunny bow. Move it over. Isn't that cute? So we're going to take and attach it. We're going to make sure that little bunny tail is hanging out. But other than that, it's going to go flat. I don't think we're putting glue on the entire bunny because the ears are going to stick out. All right. And there he is. Isn't he cute? There's also one for a chick. So that is that one. And then we get a little progressively more advanced with this one. It's a crate. And it actually has 2 inserts and then stuff on the front. So let's have a look at that one. Now this one has like even more detail. So her files go from being very simple to even, to being very, very complex. So here is one of her crates. She has crates like this for all of the seasons. They're really cute, these crates, right? And we're going to fold it so that we can do the tab with glue. That's the easy part, you see? Then let's put together the flower, because it's really sweet. I don't know what kind of flower, but it's really sweet. It's like 2 tones of yellow. And then this little bit here. We'll wait to put it on until the very end. All right. I have an ulterior motive for making these today because I have to send them out. I have to send cards out to, I still haven't done it, to my aunt and a few other people, my aunts, I should say. So here we go. Here is, and my mom. So there's the flower. Now the 2 pieces here that we're going to decorate include this egg, which is a 2-piece egg, like this. I went grocery shopping yesterday, as I mentioned, and I could not believe, but all of the Easter candy was like sold out. And I kind of felt bad for Owen because, you know, I mean, I don't do, because he's older now, I don't do a lot of decorating Easter like baskets anymore. But I did like to get him some candy, and it was all sold out, all the peanut butter eggs and everything. So I just decided then and there that I'm going to make some coconut and peanut butter eggs for him. And I'll give you the recipe. So easy to make. I can't believe that I never made them before, but so easy. And it just kind of, it's convenient, or it is a convenience thing to just buy them. Okay, so again, there are a lot of little pieces here. Some of them you can like sort of dispense with. Nobody's going to notice if you didn't put this little piece of the flower on, all right? Or if you decided that you were going to use pen instead. There's not like there's no card making police. We're Cricut Chat. We do what we want, right? And we do what looks good. If you don't like the way that looks, just do whatever you want. We do what we want. Okay, and then the egg goes here, and I'm going to actually have it sort of peek out of the crate like that, sort of that. I don't know if that's supposed to go here. Oh, maybe. Yeah. All right, so there's our first insert done. The second insert, which they did tell me to cut on a different color, I did it on like a shiny paper, has these 3 little white flowers. This is a very typical Lori card. Okay. So put the little cards on here. She has one that is like a basket full of, where did the third one go? A basket full of strawberries. So cute. I've made that before. I think I showed you guys how to make that. But if you want to see that, she has one that's violets and one that's strawberry. She has like a strawberry jam one. She's just so cute. Cute little things here. All right, so here are our little our little insert parts that go on the inside of the flower, right? Do it your way. If you like it with certain color flowers, or you're giving it to somebody that has certain color flowers, do that. Flip it over. But be prepared for all the little pieces, because they are there. Okay, there we go. All right, now we can assemble it. And I do, by the way, when I first started doing this, I didn't know any better, and I like put it together, and then I put all the pieces in together, and then I tried to fit them all on there after the fact, but then I learned really quickly that that was definitely not the way to go with that. So here you go. We're going to put, where's my glue? Okay, here. We're going to put a little bit of glue on this second tab. And you know it's a second tab because it says 2 here, okay? And we're going to fold them in and put them so that they touch the back. See? Came out. Touch the back. All right. And you can do this little folding just to make sure that it's on there. But remember, the glue is still wet, so that allows you to sort of move things if it's on there wrong. And then we take the second, or the first, I should say, the first insert. I always work from the back and fold it in, and I'm going to put it up against the front of the crate like this. I suppose I could put it, I think I did put it close to there, but I kind of like it against the front of the crate. All right. And then we put our little flower on it. This would look good with a pop dot, don't you think? Maybe sticking out. And again, opportunities for you to, make it look a little more 3D just by doing little things or inking and stuff like that. So there is the crate. So that's the last of the 3 box cards. We had the very easy chick coming out of the egg, and then we had the bunny basket, and then this third one. Now some of her designs get even more complicated, but certainly not as complicated as SVG Cuts, which is a beautiful designer that we have yet to do to many of her projects. Let's put together this one next. This is, I would call this a double Z fold card, but I think she calls it like a pop-up box card. And the reason why she calls it that is that it has these 2 little inserts inside of the square that's made in between those Z folds, right? And so let me grab the pieces for that. I got cards everywhere. Yikes. All right, here we go. Here are the pieces. And this one is for that. So as I mentioned, I did a little sticker for the Happy Spring, which I print then cut. That was kind of a waste of sticker paper, though, to be honest. All right, so I've got, this is the main piece, and I'm not sure if you can see it. I can barely see it, but there are 2 folds, just like that. Make sure they go both ways, like this. So that is your base piece. And then you have this piece that's going to be the one on the front. And the way that this is going to go is that this is going to fold like this. You see that? But this one folds inward like that. So the way that this is going to work is this gets attached to that, and that creates that square. See that? But we have to decorate it, of course. So I have these little pieces of cutout double-sided. I kind of like this size, but she did also give you these little clouds that you could put in there. I didn't put them on this time, but I could put them on this one. On the first one, I didn't put it on. So this is the panel piece. Goes on there. Just like this. Super simple, right? Works perfectly with her paper choices. This is a very popular style for her. Oops. She has a lot of cards like this. And so it's good to know or understand how it goes together. So there is the panel. You see? Close up, open, and close. Now what we need to do is to decorate our inserts right there and this last one here. So, I'm sorry, the outside piece. All right, so here are our 2 inserts. We've got 1, 2, and then this is the outside piece. The chick is made up, and I think I might have lost his eye. His little black eye. So I can either color it in. Oh, no, I found one. Okay, I found one. Can put that in there. I don't know if that was intended for him, but it's going to be. Okay. And then he goes like this, and he actually has a little wing. Okay. Where's his little wing? This is what happens to me. I lose little pieces everywhere. Oh, well, pretend like we have the wing, okay? Because it goes on here like this. So cute. Okay, so this is going to go on there, but I need to put my background on here, which I have cut out in this fabulous green color because we don't want to cover up his little feet, his little chickie feet. So we're going to glue these on first, and then we'll glue our chicken, our chick. My mother told me once that when she was a girl, so this was in the, whatever, 40s or something, 1940s. When she was a girl, they used to sell baby chicks that were dyed different colors, I guess for Easter. I don't know. I never saw that, but can you imagine the people having a fit about those? They'd sell them to people. I don't know if they'd be on their farm or whatever. I mean, it just seems kind of weird, but they would dye them all different pastel colors. Just sounds like fun, but people would probably have a fit about that these days. Okay, so we're putting the chick on. Boop, boop. You were, Shirley? Oh my God. I was just like, why would you? But I suppose people, they like to be entertained. And that hasn't changed, has it? About people. Whoops. Okay. So here's where it gets interesting because I don't see some of our pieces, like our flowers, whatever happened to them. Maybe they got stuck over here on some other piece. Oh, well, you guys will do it better than me because you won't try to rush and throw in all of these pieces. Now, by the way, these go down. I don't know why. And then you cover them with the tulip. I'm missing my tulips. I'm going to have to... I'm missing my 2 lips. All right, so there is the first insert. And then the second insert we will do... People used to paint turtles. What did I do here? They used to paint turtles? Oh, I don't remember that. I mean, it doesn't hurt them. I mean, if you were going to, put them out in the wild and they were dyed, bright red or something, but they're chicks. I mean, they're going to just be walking around the hen house, right? But I know people... Oh... I found some pieces on the ground. Okay, I don't know if these pieces... I found one piece that looks like, I guess we're just going to have to pretend like I found them. All right, you guys, don't tell anybody. Okay, so here is our piece, and here are our 2 inserts, which, by the way, fold like here, right here. Don't tell anybody that I showed you an incomplete project. Does this one go on there? No, that's the wrong one. Okay. All right, last thing we need to take is our little sign that's a sticker. And it's going to go right here. You don't have to put it here. You can put it anywhere you like. All right, now we can put it together. So we take our panel and we put the top piece on there first. Boop. Like this. This is how it's going to fold. And we're going to put glue all on this part here. And then on part of this, not the whole thing. On that end. And you can do this flat like this. So only glue up to here because that's going to bend. Okay. So there you go. Cute, right? And here are the pieces. So we're going to put the glue on these ends. And it tucks in like this. See that? Now you're going to want to make sure it's placed right. So the best way to do that is to open and close it. And sometimes that little piece will kind of take a walk, but once the glue starts to dry, you can see how it's staying in there. But of course mine isn't. The key to these are they have to be perfectly parallel or perpendicular. I don't know what the right word is there, but it have to be lined up. So here's the second one. Okay. I didn't get these. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, it's a cute card. And she has a ton of this style. And I have, the result, I have the ton. But of course, I didn't finish it. So here's the one that's finished. Looks so much cuter with actual tulip heads on it. Oh, we talking about Gracie? Gracie, oh, she's so sweet, though. I have a picture of Gracie on my kitchen. I miss having a girl corgi. I really do. They're so sassy. The boys are a little more easygoing than the girls. Okay, so now the last one is this adorable shutter card. It's actually a tri-fold shutter. It creates kind of like a cross in here. This is not designed as an Easter card. It's just a regular card. But what I did was I used Easter papers, and then I put these little stickers that came with the scrapbook kit. So here is the stickers that went with the Easter scrapbook kit. You don't have to use them if you don't have them, but I thought they were nice little additions, okay? So this is all about the fold. This has all these cuts that are fold. So you have to really be careful with this one. You're just going to fold certain pieces at certain places right where the folds are. Okay. So let me just go through and do initially all of these folds. This is creates that cross piece right there and here. And I would suggest, did I do that? Going back and folding it the other way, because this is, again, a lot of folds here, and you want it to open easily and close easily. All right. So this is all about where you place the paper, and that you folded it correctly. So here we go. This is actually the cross piece here. So this is that fold. It comes across like this, right? And did I do this one? I left it out on both sides. Okay. So, so it's all about where you place your paper sort of thing. But in the first time you do it, you're going to be like, how does this fold? And I don't even know sometimes. Okay. So you got to make sure you do those folds both ways. All right. And then you take the pieces, which I cut out in different, pieces. So here's one, carrots. We could do it on this side if we wanted to, and place your first piece there. I feel like the carrots are upside down. Okay. Alrighty. There's your first piece. And then you have all these little pieces. Now this gets a little challenging because this is double-sided. So I might change it after I place it. Right. So these chicks, I'm not sure that I like the chicks that are that way. So I think I'll probably put them this way. And then these pieces go here. And I'll put the chicks on that part. And then we've got pieces for right here. Right? And then these even smaller pieces, which I suppose we can do the chick side up. Just little pieces of chicks. Right? Oh, they go here. Yeah, they go here. I think I'm missing more pieces. Okay, we'll do what we have and then pretend. All right, I've already put that one down. So let's just go ahead and start gluing these pieces down. How come? Where? Oh, well. You do the best you can with what you got. And then when you know better, you do better, right? So it's kind of like a quilt, doing a quilt with this one. I guess, do I not? Come on. Yeah. Look at those. Cute. So you want to do opposite if you have double-sided paper here. And this one's called like a double trifold shutter card. That's what she calls it. Double trifold shutter card. I have a shutter card that I designed. That really needs to be in design space that I'm going to try to put together for you and get into design space, but don't have it for you today. Okay, almost done. You guys are so patient sticking it out with me. No, I mean, I could, if I did, see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm supposed to have 8 pieces. I'm supposed to have, these are the 4, and I'm supposed to have 4 here. So I think what I will do is I will leave these off, and I'll put these here because, yeah, because I can then always come back and recut those little tiny pieces. Maybe I just didn't ever cut it out. I don't remember. My memory is shot these days. Okay. So almost done. It's just this is just a fold and glue kind of a project. And okay. And the way that it would go is I want to make sure I fold it right. This would go in. This would come out. You have to kind of train it. This would come outside and this would go in. Phew, I did it. Okay, but now I needed to make it look a little bit better. So I'm going to take some of our little stickers. You could make the stickers too. Let's see. Okay, there's a couple of eggs here. We can just take and put this egg here and this egg here, right? And then we open up and we need something right there, and they have a really nice Happy Easter or Hoppy Easter. That's kind of cute. Or there's also this one, Easter Blessings. I don't know if that would fit. So we just put that in there like this, okay? And what? Messed up. Why? Okay. Come on, Rita. Here we go. Okay, that's it. Right? And then this is the way that you'd put it in the envelope, and you'd open it up, and there is that trifold shutter. That makes sense? All right, so that is it. That's it for today. Why am I suppose you could do it both ways. Yeah. Okay, here. I think I had them wrong on either side. Okay, so boop, like this, and it's very 3D, just like that. Okay, so that's it for today. We got this really cute trifold shutter card. We've got this, I call this a double Z fold, but it's a pop-up box card with the chick. Love it. There's the crate here, and the basket. So I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that there are a gazillion of these files. So whatever one you chose, they pretty much work the same. There might be slight variations to them, but don't get nervous when you have all those little pieces. Okay, so thank you everybody for coming today. I hope you have a wonderful Good Friday, and I will see you again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on Facebook live. We're going to do our Easter egg coloring. I have to go boil and also remove the egg from some eggs. And then we will see you tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, Easter Sunday, I'll pop in very briefly to do a little joy thing that I want to show you. Okay, everyone? I hope you have a lovely day. And yes, he is risen, or they say in Ukrainian, Christos voskres, which means he is risen, and the reply is Vaistanos Vaskres, which means he is risen indeed. I love that they do that. It's such a beautiful, instead of just saying Happy Easter, everybody would go and say, he is risen. And then they say, he is risen indeed. I just like that. I always remember that. Years and years. I mean, that was like 30 years ago, and I still remember it. Anyway, thank you for coming today. We'll see you again tomorrow. And I hope you have a lovely day. And take care of yourselves. And hope you get some crafting in. Talk to you later. Bye.